What up, YouTube? It's your boy Thanos here, man, with Big Boy Gaming. I'm super excited to bring you our new installment of Behind the Gaming. Tonight's episode is based on the quote-unquote Grand Theft Auto murders. Now, video games are something we all like to play to pass time, hang out with family and friends, but after it's over, the majority of us, we just move on. We move on. But the question I want you guys to answer down in the comment section after seeing this video is, can video games make someone commit murder? Because that's exactly what the country was trying to find out in 2003 when Devin Moore was arrested for suspicion of stealing a car. He was taken to the Alabama police station. He was booked without incident. Everything went fine. And for the police officers, it was a normal arrest. He was very cooperative, but almost as if a switch went off, Devin Moore lunged for one of the cops' guns. He was able to get it away from him and fired 2 shots, hitting the officer once in the chest and once in the head. He then made his way down the hallway where he encountered Officer James Crump, who responded to the fire. Moore shot him 3 times, one of those shots also hitting him in the head. Moore then continued through the police station until he came across the 911 dispatch office where he met Ace Miller, a dispatcher, and fired 5 shots, striking him once in the head. Moore then jumped into a police car and sped off. Police eventually apprehended him 3 hours later in Mississippi. Moore confessed to the crime and said the reason he did it is that he didn't want to go to jail. Moore went to trial in 2005 and pled not guilty. So you would think, all right, well, this guy here just, was accused of committing murder. He admitted to it. The police had him for stealing a car. So what would make this guy plead not guilty? He already confessed, right? Well, he pleads not guilty because his lawyers, I won't call it a trick, but they kind of had a suspicion that the reason that Moore ended up committing the crime in the first place was because he had binged on Grand Theft Auto. Now, that on the surface, that sounds crazy to me. I mean, of course, I believe we're all responsible for our actions. But in this case, Moore had never been in trouble with the law, never been in trouble in school, had graduated, joined the Air Force, and all of a sudden decided to steal a car. I mean, I don't know. Seems a little far-fetched to just jump up and all of a sudden decide to steal a car after playing Grand Theft Auto for 3 days straight. And then not only steal a car, but get caught and out of the blue decide to shoot and kill 3 police officers. That's a long jump from not being a criminal to stealing a car and killing 3 people. So when Moore went to trial, his lawyer tried to use the defense that he had been binging on Grand Theft Auto and that his mind was poisoned by the game. The judge heard this and decided to throw that out, would not allow that into evidence in the trial. So based off of that, in 2005, Moore was convicted of murder and sentenced to death. His lawyer filed a bunch of appeals, but all were denied, and today he still sits on death row at Harmon Correctional Facility. But a few years down the road, well, I won't say a few years, a little time down the road, the victims' families attempted to sue Rockstar Gaming for the murders. They said that the defense that was attempted to be put into evidence was legit, that Devin Moore had played video games and it made him snap. And because of that, that is why he snapped in the police station and ended up killing 3 officers. The judge heard this and, he decided that it was unfounded and eventually dismissed the case. So based off of that evidence right there and what we heard in the details of the case, what do you guys think? Do you guys believe that a video game could make someone commit murder? I mean, we've heard this in music. We've heard it, where, people are taken and brainwashed and, that type of thing. Me personally, I kind of don't have an opinion on it. But I wanted to use this first episode of Behind the Gaming to ask you guys your thoughts on if a video game can make you commit murder. And if a video game ever made you in general just want to go out and do something crazy that that you usually wouldn't do. Now, I will have to say, as far as looking up this whole story and storyline, that I did find something that said that Devin's father had came out and said that he thought his son had turned a corner as far as being involved with drugs and stealing. So maybe this was a case of he had just never got caught. And this time he got caught, and for whatever reason, it escalated to something more than anyone ever would have thought of happened. So, like I said, hey, new thing we're trying out here, man, behind the gaming. We'll be doing more episodes of it with more storylines of things tied to gaming, whether it's stories like this, or copyright, or battles between game console companies. We got a whole bunch of stuff in the piping. So you guys make sure to subscribe, make sure to click that bell so you can get all the alerts. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. If this is a good idea, if you guys enjoyed it, if this was interesting, and we'll go from there, man. So as always, peace and love. Thank you guys for your time. We're out.